So I think we are live on YouTube as well. And meanwhile, you can start writing this paragraph on the screen. Great. Yes. So good evening, everyone. All the people joined us on YouTube. Quickly see this paragraph on the screen. Grab a notepad and a pen, ballpoint pen, and start writing this. This is very important and integral part of the session today, because today we are going to learn how your handwriting works on your mindset, and how you can, just by using some of the strokes in your handwriting, you can actually heal problems. You can also heal depression. You can also heal anxiety, some of the physical ailments, and so much we're going to learn. And if the time permits, I will also look into your signature as a bonus, only if time permits. So quickly write this paragraph that you see on the screen. Perfect. Right. All right. So if you have already written, write done in the chat box, so that I know that you have already written this paragraph. And if you're still writing, need 1 or 2 more minutes, I give that liberty. But for people who have already done writing, quickly write in the chat box, which city have you joined in? And let me know. I have joined in from the capital, New Delhi. From which city have you joined in? Quickly write in the chat box. And for people watching on YouTube, comment on the comments box. Perfect. Yes, there are many people messaging, what if you want to join on Zoom? Let me share the link with all of you. If you want to join live on Zoom, so that you can also get your signature checked. Perfect. All right. All right, so I'll just tell this session is going to last for another 60 to 70 minutes. So make sure you're completely present, because today you are going to learn something extraordinary about your handwriting. You're going to learn so much that you would have never even imagined that this is what handwriting can do to you, right? And I will be teaching you a lot of things. So make sure, because this is a session on handwriting, make a lot of notes, write a lot of notes, right? Perfect. And keep your unruled sheet and your ballpoint pen ready. And I will tell you the reason why I am emphasizing on ballpoint pen, because I know every time I'm saying this, you all have this question, why ballpoint pen? Why not any other pen? Yes. Perfect. And for those of you who stay till the end of the session, we have exciting bonus. I might look into your signature only if time permits. Perfect. So let us start with this beautiful thing. You know, many people come to me and say, Divideep, you know, you're teaching graphology, and there's so much you talk about handwriting, and there's so much you talk about how handwriting impacts your mindset. But who writes these days? You know, most of us have this question कि आजकल लिखता कौन है? आजकल तो everything is so digitalized, हम बहुत digital world में रहने लगे हैं. Everything is print out, or we are typing it out, or we are exchanging emails. But tell me one thing very, very honestly, even in this digital world, when we are in the digital world, how many of you believe that the power of your pen, the pen is still mightier than the keyboard? Right? If you believe that pen is still mightier than the keyboard, write pen in the chat box or the comment box. And if you think that okay, keyboard is more powerful, write key in the chat box. Let me know. I want to understand from all of you, what is your opinion? What is your opinion? If you still think that we are in the digital world and pen is still mightier than the keyboard, write pen in the chat box. All right. So Sarah says pen. Thank you so much. What about others? Quickly write in the chat box. Right. So let me share this thing with you. Now imagine your school document, college document, when you apply for a loan, or even when you're getting married, or any simple thing, when you're buying a two-wheeler, a four-wheeler, or is it, if it's a deal worth millions and billions, when you're buying your first house, or whatever, everything is digitalized. Each thing has a document. But tell me one thing without which that document will have no value. What is that I'm talking about? आप देखो, हम डिजिटल में रहते हैं, लेकिन जितने भी डॉक्यूमेंट्स होंगे, भले आप वो करोड़ों की डील करो, लाखों की डील करो, अपना पहला घर लो या कुछ भी, वो सारे डॉक्यूमेंट की कोई वैल्यू नहीं होगी अगर उसमें एक चीज नहीं होगी. What is that? Anybody wants to guess in the chat box or in the comment box? What is that I'm talking about? Without which any of your document has no value. Yes, so we got the answer. It is yours. No matter how much we are into this digital world, but no document has a value unless and until it has your signature on it. And that is the reason your signature is taken as your unique identity. How many of you agree with me? That your signature is taken as your unique identity. आप कोई भी कहीं पर भी अप्लाई करो तो आपका सिग्नेचर ही आपकी आइडेंटिटी बन जाता है. But you know what is the sad part? The sad part is when we were designing our signatures, nobody ever told us that there is actually a science behind designing our signature. How many of you agree with me? जब हम अपना सिग्नेचर बना रहे थे पहली बार, तो हमने बहुत रैंडम वे में बना लिया, without even thinking, not knowing that there is actually science behind in your signature. And when I'm saying there's a science behind your signature, there is also a science behind your handwriting. Right? There's a science behind handwriting. And for people who still believe that we are in a digital world, I again have a very, very important question to ask of you. Tell me, how many of you have written love letters in your life? And I'm specifically mentioning people who are from 80s and 90s, from my generation, because we have written love letters. Now imagine you writing a love letter, or remember the time when you used to write on a greeting card? And now when I ask you to express the same way on WhatsApp chat or on an email, do you think the experience is going to be the same? No. The experience is not going to be the same. It is because when you write a love letter, you are actually putting in your emotions, your feelings, your vibrations through your fingers. और इसका मैं आपको बहुत अच्छा एग्जांपल भी देती हूँ, because I do lot of mudra meditation. So it may seem that your fingers are just your fingers, but there's lot of energy released from these fingers. Lot of energy release, and that's the reason there's when you do mudra meditation, or especially many people, especially in South, when you eat with hands, the essence, and you can taste the food, and there are so many health benefits when you eat with hands and you don't use spoon. And that's the reason every time you hold a pen and when you write anything, you giving your energy or your frequency or your vibrations to when you write through your fingers. And you must be thinking that, but there are some people who do not use their fingers. Yes, by the way, there are some people who use their elbow to write, who use their foot to write, who use their left hand or right hand hand to write. For them, in any which ways, their body part is getting involved, and that means that their energy is somehow reflected in their words. And that is the reason whenever we write something, इसलिए कभी अगर आप सोचो तो बचपन में हम कुछ याद करते थे तो हमें बार बार बोला जाता था कि लिख लिख कर याद करो, और जब भी हम कोई चीज लिखते थे तो वो बहुत जल्दी हम मेमोराइज कर पाते थे. We used to retain that better. Yes, for people who have gone through this age where they have written exams, and most of the exams that you have cleared, it involved your handwriting into it. Now let us understand the science behind your handwriting. By the way, here is a very, very interesting fact, and this is one fact which is going to break a very important myth. Your, just like your signature, just like your fingerprint, your handwriting is as unique as your fingerprint. जिस तरीके से आपकी फिंगरप्रिंट को आपकी यूनिक आइडेंटिटी ली जाती है, इसी तरीके से आपके हैंडराइटिंग और सिग्नेचर इज आल्सो वेरी वेरी यूनिक. And even if I try being a graphologist, checking your handwriting or trying to forge your handwriting, I will not be able to do so because your handwriting belongs to you. It is your unique personality which is reflecting on a paper. So it is time to celebrate your handwriting. It is time to acknowledge that your handwriting belongs to you, right? Now let us understand the background about how the science works on how handwriting analysis is so powerful. So I'll give you a very, very simple example. Go back to your childhood. How did you learn to write? Just recall the memory. आप सबने लिखना कैसे सीखा? So initially, teacher used to write on the blackboard. We used to see what is being written and we used to form those alphabets. तो वो एक alphabet बनाने में हमें लग जाता था कि 1 से 2 मिनट. We are forming A, we are forming B. Then what happened? We went to higher grades. Now teacher was dictating, we were listening to what teacher was saying, and then we were forming those alphabets. And then a time came when the question paper was given to us, it just happened that we started writing and did not even realize that it is coming with the flow. Because then handwriting became part of your subconscious mind activity. Yes, so we have two minds. One is the conscious mind, the other is subconscious mind. Every time you write, जितनी बार आप लिखते हैं, it is your subconscious mind which is giving instruction. Or rather, I would say when you write, it is your brain that gives signal to your hands, then to your fingers, and that's the reason you're able to write in a certain way. And when we say that, there is a beautiful phenomenon that we're going to learn. If I have to ask you, do you believe that by changing alphabets, we can actually influence our mindset? कुछ अक्षर बदलने से या कुछ ऐसे स्ट्रोक बनाने से हम अपने माइंडसेट को इन्फ्लुएंस कर सकते हैं, अपनी फिजिकल एलिमेंट्स को ठीक कर सकते हैं, एंड दैट इज द पावर ऑफ हैंडराइटिंग. And this branch of handwriting is known as Grapho-therapy. Everybody write it down, Grapho-therapy. Now, Grapho-therapy is a very, very scientific phenomenon. Why it is scientific phenomenon? Because we understood one thing, that it was our brain that was giving signal to our arms, then to our fingers, and that's the reason we were able to write in a certain way. Grapho-therapy is a reverse phenomenon where we consciously change our handwriting. हम जानबूझ के अपनी लिखावट को बदलते हैं इस कदर कि वही सिग्नल्स हमारे हाथों से हमारे आर्म्स को आता है और एक there is a mindset shift that is happening. So there was a research that was conducted, just like when you go for a heart problem, doctor sees your heart rate through ECG. Just like that, there is a machine which notes your brain pattern, which is known as EEG, electroencephalograph. Now, there was a research that was conducted when people were practicing these alphabets, people were practicing graphotherapy, to उनके brain pattern में shift आया. Or it is not about the alphabets. If you see, I do not want to misguide you. अक्षरों में कभी भी इतनी क्षमता नहीं है कि आपका जीवन बदल सके. Your letters do not have the power to change your life. Then what changes? What is influencing this? It is the way you are holding that pen. It is the way you are forming that alphabet. And when you are forming that alphabet, this movement in your finger is creating that shift. And I completely agree with this. The reason being because when even you do mudra meditation, there's so many kinds of mudra. आप सिर्फ इस मुद्रा में ही अगर आप ध्यान में बैठते हैं तो आपको बहुत ही अलग तरीके का अनुभव होता है क्योंकि वो मुद्रा ऐसी बनी रहती है. So imagine just when by just touching, merely touching these two fingers, you have a beautiful meditative state. Imagine when you hold the pen correctly and when you write in a certain way, imagine the kind of influence you will have in your mindset. And I strongly believe that graphology or graphotherapy is the most profound healing technique that you will ever come across. It has scientific results, and I have lot of evidences to prove that this works like magic. It has worked like magic in my life. By the way, for those of you who do not know me, let me formally introduce myself so that you can relate that from which space am I coming, what brings me here, why am I so passionate about this science. Yes, so do I have your permission to introduce myself? Yes, thank you so much. Let me just, all right. So for those of you who do not know me, my name is Divyadeep Kaur. I am India's leading handwriting analyst. I am founder of Handwriting Arena. Handwriting Arena is an authorized training center to teach graphology or graphology related courses. By the way, for those of you who do not know graphology, graphology is a study of handwriting, जहाँ पे हम आपकी handwriting को पढ़ते हैं, समझते हैं. And when I'm saying I'm handwriting analyst or a graphologist, it means when I look into your handwriting, I can tell about your personality, about your health issues, about a lot of things, but not future. I can tell you about your subconscious mind and your personality. So apart from being a graphologist, I'm also a trained hypnotherapist, a healer, TEDx speaker, and a life coach. And I have been practicing this beautiful science for past 17 years. If you ask me, पिछले 17 सालों में मैंने क्या किया है, तो मैंने यही समझा है, मैंने हैंडराइटिंग को बहुत करीबी से जाना है, and I have got this beautiful privilege to analyze over 11,000 handwriting samples, यानी कि मैंने 11,000 different handwritings को देखा है, analysis दिया है with over 95% accuracy. And this is what I have been doing. I've been doing lot of events, lot of corporate events, lot of personal events, and this is my passion which drives me. And not only this, I've been featured by media where I've told that how handwriting can help you eliminate stress, how handwriting can help you overcome anxiety, how handwriting can help you overcome fear, how handwriting is your mind writing, and so much. And what inspires me is like every day, this is what I've been doing, and this is a very, very close subject. This is a very, very close passion of mine, because for people who know me, they know two things about me. That first is my name, which is Divyadeep Kaur, and the second thing they know about me is that I do something in handwriting, or I'm, वो handwriting के बारे में कुछ करती है. So this science has given me this identity, and I believe it is my moral responsibility to go to all of you now that we have this beautiful platform where I can reach out to maximum people, and my main intention is to help people change their life and manifest using handwriting, heal through handwriting, and make a difference in their life. And that is what I've all been doing. Yes, so if you're not following me on Instagram, you can just look for handwriting.divyadeep. I keep posting a lot of content on signature analysis, handwriting analysis, how you should be writing, how you should be making your signatures, and so much. So handwriting.divyadeep is my Instagram handle. You can just go and follow me. All right. So this was all about me, and that's the reason. So even if today I give you all the liberty to disagree with me, whether you like it or not, but this is going to be the fact that graphology is the simplest and the most profound technique that you are going to learn today, right? So now I have given you all the gyan. How many of you want to experience it live with me, where we will be practicing live and understand कि क्या ग्राफोथेरेपी सच्ची में काम करता है कि नहीं, और अगर काम करता है तो किस तरीके से हम सिर्फ एक अक्षर आज ऐसा सीखेंगे या दो हम देखेंगे, healing strokes भी if we can cover, we will learn that how by making some changes we can feel that shift. Yeah. So how many of you want to practice along with me? How many of you want to learn that how to practice even when the session gets over, so that at least you can take first step towards learning graphology, first step towards changing your life just by changing some strokes and one alphabet. Perfect. So let us start with the healing stroke, because this entire session is all about how to heal through handwriting. Now tell me one thing very honestly, आप सब मुझे एक चीज बहुत ईमानदारी से बताइए, आप में से कितने लोग हैं who are going through anxiety, or who are going through depression, or people around you who are going through the same thing? If you are not going through anxiety, if you're not going through depression, maybe one or two people in your family, in your friend circle, in your office who are going through that. Yes, most of us, right? What if we learn what we're going to learn? You cannot even work on yourself. That's the first step. The second thing is you can also help people by telling them how to do that rightly. And that is what you're going to learn. So I always say, for people who come to me and say that, Divideep, I want to learn handwriting analysis, I said the first step, the beauty of the science is it starts with you. You start, you practice, and when you get results, have that conviction, go to people, and there's so many people out there who really want to change their life. And I want to share this story, a very, very crucial story with all of you. I remember once I got a call, and I don't even remember this person got their handwriting analyzed some 3 to 4 months back. And it's a story like a 1 year old. And I don't even realize, because I do a lot of consultations. And that person called me and said that, Divideep, thank you. I got a message. I'm like, thank you for what? He's like, I was going through depression. I was going through so many problems. I was being lethargic. But just by that one alphabet that you gave me, it helped me change my life completely. It helped me to overcome my fears. It helped me. I feel more confident. And this is just one story. There's so many stories. I have so many people reaching out to me saying that, we just followed your advice. We just followed what you said. We changed 1 or 2 alphabets and we got profound results. And that is what you can also create just by using this simple technique. So let us now learn a beautiful technique in graphotherapy known as healing stroke or anti-anxiety stroke. Now, this is not an alphabet. Kabhi-kabhi kya hota hai? Graphotherapy mein, it's not always about alphabet, though we are going to learn one more alphabet, but it is also about how you use certain stroke. Because I mentioned, I think you all are clear, it is all about your finger movement. आप finger को कैसे move कर रहे हो, वो brain pattern create कर रहा है. So the most profound healing stroke that you're going to learn today is known as, these are known as healing strokes or anti-anxiety strokes. It works like magic for people having anxiety issue, for people dealing with, low frequency, for people who are not, they're constantly overthinking. It can keep you calm and all of that. So first, let us understand for me how we do that. Then you're going to practice along with me. Clear? Now, how it is done, if you see this video, it is nothing but a continuous S or a continuous 8 formation. If you see, this is not an alphabet, but if you see the finger movement of this is very simple. You just have to, if you all can see on the screen, see, you have to make this 8 formation continuously without lifting your finger. When are you going to lift your finger? When you feel that, okay, your fingers are hurting or you feel any kind of discomfort, lift your fingers and start again. ठीक है, पहली चीज इसको हमें continuously करना है. If you see, this is how it has to be done continuously. Now, when I'm saying it has to be done continuously, when you feel any kind of discomfort, because you all are doing it for the first time, you might feel some discomfort here or here, some fingers would hurt. Congratulations, that means you're doing it right. हम सब कभी जिम गए, एक्सरसाइज किया है, तो जब पहले 2 या 3 दिन जाते तो बॉडी aches a lot, right? because you're giving some movement to your body. Similarly, if you're doing it, that means you're doing correctly. So accept it, do not resist any kind of pain or discomfort. अब इसको कितनी देर तक करना है? How long you should be doing it? Minimum 5 minutes. Or if you take a A4 size sheet, you have to complete that full sheet. But अब वो sheet cover करने के चक्कर में इसके size को बहुत ज़्यादा मत बढ़ाना. Keep it as a medium size. Right? So you have to do it continuously. You have to keep it medium size. You have to do it for one A4 size sheet, or minimum for 5 to 6 minutes, which I will be tracking as you will be doing along with me. Now, when you're doing this, I'm very sure हमारा जो मन होता है वो बड़ा विचलित होता है. Yeah, it keeps on wandering here and there, and this is a very powerful, mindful practice. So how can we just make sure that our mind is stable? Is instructing our mind with this beautiful affirmation. Write down this affirmation. इसको आपको लिखना नहीं, but आप, because for the reference you can write it down. I am calm and peaceful. I am calm and peaceful. अब कभी भी आप किसी ऐसी परिस्थिति में है जहां पे आप बहुत रेस्टलेस फील कर रहे हो, एंशियस फील कर रहे हो, ओवरथिंक फील कर रहे हो, आपको कुछ नहीं करना है, आपको किसी हीलर की जरूरत नहीं है. आप लीजिए अपना नोटपैड, अपना पेन लीजिए, एंड यू कैन जस्ट स्टार्ट मेकिंग दिस स्ट्रोक एंड मेंटली कीप रिपीटिंग दिस एफर्मेशन. आई एम काम एंड पीसफुल. आई एम काम एंड पीसफुल. And this is how you have to do. Let us do it for 5 to 6 minutes. Let us experience how our body is responding to this stroke, and let's see whether we felt anything. For you, there will be some people who will not feel anything. That is absolutely fine, because we are doing it for the first time. But let's set an intention for the next 5 to 6 minutes. There is no disturbance. आपका पूरा फोकस यही होना चाहिए. Make sure your phone is on silent mode. Give your 100%. If you really want result, तो आप half-heartedly करोगे तो half-hearted वाला result मिलेगा. If you give your 100%, you will get. I can guarantee you will get 100% result, because people are getting results. Clear, everyone? Any questions or doubts on this? Yeah, you just have to make a continuous S, or you have to make a 8 formation in a continuous way. That's it. I'll also play it once again for all of you, right? So you just note it down. This is how you have to be making. Though this is little fast, you have to keep it slow. Make sure you're completely in the present moment, and jab lage that your mind is going here and there, just remind yourself of this beautiful affirmation. I am calm and peaceful. I am calm and peaceful. Clear? So your time starts now. And all the viewers who are watching us on YouTube, I'm believing you're doing this exercise with us, because then there is no point of attending this session if you're not doing this live. Yes, you're here to learn something. I'm here to give you that knowledge. Let's practice. Let's experience how handwriting or how Grapho-therapy works so beautifully. All right. Start doing, everyone. Take out your notepad and your ballpoint pen. The reason I'm saying ballpoint pen, because when you use a ballpoint pen, the pressure of your pen comes beautiful. जब आप जेल पेन या जब आप पायलट पेन यूज करते हैं तो शायद प्रेशर इधर हो सकता है, बट इट इज ओके. इफ यू डू नॉट हैव ballpoint pen, you can continue with the pen that you are having currently. It is okay, right? Start doing it. Give your 100%. Keep repeating mentally. I am calm and peaceful. I am calm and peaceful. I am calm and peaceful. Give your 100%. We've just started. Another 4 minutes. Give your 100% for people watching on YouTube. Make sure you have a notepad and pen. I am calm and peaceful. I am calm and peaceful. Be completely present here. Be completely present here. I am calm and peaceful. Three more minutes to go. If you're using an A4 size sheet, make sure you're completing your A4 size sheet. I am calm and peaceful. I am calm and peaceful. Perfect. Last 30 seconds. Let's give 100%. Focus. Do not rush. Focus on your finger movement. Right. Perfect. So we are done. All right. For those of you done, quickly write in the chat box, comment box, how did you feel? It's okay if you did not feel anything, वो भी चलेगा. But जो भी आपको लगा, अच्छा लगा, सही लगा, neutral लगा, just write in the chat box. It's important for me to understand. How did you all feel? How did you all feel? Yes. Is Durba, Lata, nothing specific. Perfect. Suhani, Akash, Akansha, write in the chat box. Normal. All right. Lavina, Lavina said nothing specific. Okay. Right? So this was just a beginning of you. Boost our mind and mood. Yes. So we just started. We did this exercise for what? 5 to 6 minutes. Imagine you practicing it every day with this affirmation within your mind. I am calm and peaceful. The results are guaranteed. Yes, I know, because people who have got results, right? So this was all about healing strokes. When you start practicing this, you will see results. Now, will you expect overnight results? No. Because it is healing stroke, when you start getting into this habit, when you give those, finger movements, you will see in 3 to 4 times, you will start seeing that difference. You'll see change in your breath. Your breath will be calmer and slower. You will feel calm and peaceful. You will see that whenever you're getting restless, you're overdoing it. And you can specifically do that if you are meditating. Just after meditation, when you practice this will bring you even more calmer, and you can experience all of that. So when you practice this, when you master it, you can also give to people who actually are in need of this. One of my students, she just shared that how she was, she has an uncle who was dealing with extreme anxiety issues. She gave this graphotherapy to him, and in 1 week, he experienced that his anxiety level had come down drastically, right? So if you still believe that, okay, I don't believe whether graphology or graphotherapy works or not. So let us see what research shows about graphology. People have even conquered depression using graphotherapy and graphology. And that is not something that I'm saying, this are the leading newspapers that says, and also you can determine where people have, possible to see whether people have Alzheimer using handwriting or using handwriting analysis. So all of that can be achieved, right? And I always believe that the quality of your life depends on the quality of our habits, right? The more you will be consistent with these practices, the more results you will be creating for yourself. See, it's a beautiful technique. आप सबने सीखा, आप सबने 5 बार practice किया, आपको result नहीं मिला, and you will go and say that, oh, graphotherapy doesn't work. So the thumb rule of graphotherapy to work is your commitment and consistency. If you really are keen in creating results for yourself, in creating transformation for yourself, then you have to practice it every day with commitment, and then you will start seeing these changes. All right. So this was all about one of the healing stroke. Now we are going to learn a very, very powerful alphabet. Like this one alphabet, when you change or you write in a scientific manner or a graphotherapy manner, there are at least 14 positive personality traits that you inculcate. तो कई बार ग्राफोथेरेपी के 2 तरीके होते हैं. The first is where you do graphotherapy as a precaution, and the second is when you have to eliminate. When you have to eliminate, and the second is you work it as a cure for something. So this letter that we are going to learn is the most powerful alphabet in graphology. Not only it helps you overcome fears. Now tell me very, very honestly, how many of you believe that most of the goals in your life you're not able to achieve because the biggest enemy is the self-doubt? And we are so much into that self-doubt, we do not believe in the power of a self. Or सबसे बड़ा रोग, what are people going to say? So you're so much dependent on, people, and that's the reason you have stopped valuing yourself, and you have started valuing what people are telling you, what people are advising you, right? And or most of the time you're not able to, go towards your goal or reach where you want to because you're not even thinking high. You're not even having high aspirations from yourself. And there's so many things, and many a times we have this brilliant idea. Ye karte hain, let's do this. I have this idea, but there is a mismatch between what you are thinking in your mind and the way you are executing. And I see, because I deal with these things, people have excellent ideas, but when it comes to executing those ideas, there's something that holds them back. And sometimes it is the low self-esteem, sometimes it is the low self-confidence, or sometimes it is like, you are so much occupied in your comfort zone that you do not want to step out. So I am talking about this most powerful alphabet, which is letter T in graphotherapy. I'm talking about letter T. Now, how does letter T works in your personality? It can help you overcome your fear. It can help you increase your confidence. It can help you increase your frequency. And it can help you in so many ways. Let us understand this alphabet letter T. Are you all able to see my screen? right? So this is one alphabet. If you ever feel that, okay, you're not able to achieve your goals, you're not able to perform well in your career, if you ever feel that, okay, I want to start my business, but I'm not able to start my business, or whenever you have these self-doubts, whenever you are doubting your own potential, believe me, this is the magic wand that I'm giving to all of you, which works like magic. And the letter I'm talking about is letter T. So we'll understand in detail how letter T impacts and how do you have to make it. So first thing, let's understand, I'm talking about small letter T. Okay. Now when I'm talking about small letter T, everybody look into your letter T. For all of you who have written that paragraph, look into your letter T. Now, this is known as T stem, and the crossbar that cuts through T stem is called T crossbar. So sometimes your T crossbar would be here, sometimes it would be here, here, or here. So everybody look into your writing. Do you know these cross T bars are nothing but a meter or parameters, or this is how you can actually check what is your self-confidence level right now. So always remember, these cross T bars tell you about your self-confidence. It tells you how much are you valuing yourself. If your T cross bar is lower, somewhere below 50%, that means you are not valuing yourself enough. That means you're not prioritizing yourself enough. And then if you look deeper into your life, the reason you are not growing or performing or not coming closer to your goals is because you are not believing in yourself. And every time you take one step, your mind says, no, 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 you cannot do it. No, no, I don't think you have time for it. And because you are so much into your comfort zone. Now for people whose T bar is coming somewhere here above 50%, now this is the level of your self-confidence. The more, the above it is, the up it is going, the bigger is your self-confidence is becoming. So you will be in a similar zone, but with a better self-confidence. Now, the best way, when we know that this is the meter that tells about your self-confidence, why can't we have the self-confidence at the top? Right? When we know that this is telling us about our self-confidence, our self-value, about our risk-taking ability, about how are we setting our goals, आप में से कितने लोगों ने देखा है कि लाइफ में कुछ लोग ऐसे होते हैं जो एक ही जॉब में 10 साल 15 साल एक ही डेजिग्नेशन में विदाउट एनी स्कोप ऑफ ग्रोथ they spend easily 15-20 years. Have you seen people? If you are not, the reason because they are so much habituated in their comfort zone. आप जब भी कंफर्ट जोन में रहोगे आपका ग्रोथ मीटर कभी बढ़ नहीं पाएगा, राइट? And the same thing happens in relationship. How many of you have seen people around, you know they are in bad marriage, but somehow they have this mindset, अभी ये इतना तो करता है, मैं इसको छोड़ के कहाँ ही जाऊंगी, I don't want to get married. Now we have kids also. I will compromise and stay. And they are okay compromising for their entire life. Do you know why? Because they have found pleasure in that comfort zone. So they will never step out. I'm not saying, stepping out of the marriage is the solution, but they will never even think, because there's so much that, okay, fine, this is at least working, at least I'm getting food, I'm having shelter, at least this is still workable, my children there, and they will never ever take that risk. And you must have seen many people spending years together in a marriage where they not feel fulfilled, because they find their comfort, and after some time they start getting pleasure in that comfort zone only. Yeah. So how do we change it? So, and also there are people, many times they want to take action. They have brilliant ideas. The reason they are not able to take action is because they have this strong fear. What is that fear? What if I fail? What if it doesn't work out? and that fear holds them back. Like today, thinking that okay, whether people would come to this webinar, people would come see my video or not, मैं तो शायद सेशन कैंसिल भी कर सकती थी. The reason, because I don't have that fear of failure. I have worked on my team bars for past 17 years, and that's the reason even today when I get results, when I don't get results, I do not stop myself from taking action. And that is what this letter T has given me. And this is coming from my personal story. I have taken a lot of risks. I've started a lot of business ventures. I have failed with a lot of business ventures. And it just worked because at least I took action. And that is the power that I got from this letter T, that I keep aspiring higher and higher. Now, coming back is, so what is the right way? When we know that when we make our T bar at the top, it gives us, what does it give us? Better self-confidence. It teaches us how we can value ourselves. We get enrolled into self-love. Our risk-taking appetite increases. We start thinking high of ourselves. We start balancing our energies. We get more energetic. Now tell me, how many of you are dealing with any kind of procrastination? When you want to take action, but abhi aaj nahi kal karte, or it is getting postponed. Yeah. So for that, all of you, the first thing you need to keep in mind is the T stem should be on the top. The second thing, if you see the cross T bar, it should be balanced on both the sides. जितना distance आपका right side है, उतना ही distance आपका left side होगा. Balance. तो जब आप ये बैलेंस क्रिएट करते हो, आप अपनी लाइफ को भी बैलेंस में लेकर आते हो. एंड व्हेनेवर यू आर फीलिंग दैट यू आर प्रोक्रेस्टिनेटिंग थिंग्स, यू आर बिकमिंग लेजी, दिस विल मेक यू सुपर एक्टिव. So this is the second thing. Your T bar should be on the top. First thing, T bar should be balanced on both the sides. And when you are making the T stem, make sure this is called a loop. आपके T stem में ना ये loop नहीं होना चाहिए. It should be simple, starting from here, balance, or it should be something like this, but do not make any kind of loop. अभी क्यों नहीं बनाना चाहिए, इसके पीछे भी कारण सुनिए. Every time you are being sensitive to what people are saying about you. कई बार होता है ना कि लोगों ने हमें कुछ कह दिया, कुछ कमेंट कर दिया, कुछ भी ऐसा बोल दिया, तो it has the power to spoil our entire day. How many of you have faced that? And somebody gives me, criticizes me for my food, for my work, it turns me off for the entire day. For people who are dealing with this, that what are people going to say, and have fear of being judged by people, this loop can be a reason. So when we know, then why not make letter T scientifically so that it works? I mean, letter T has a power to change all of this. Again, coming back to the basics, which is no, but the way you are making letter T, finger movement and balance, this is, the finger movement will be creating that change in you. Right? Clear? Any questions or doubts on this? Right? Shall we experience it live? And this is something so profound. I'll show you where people have actually changed a letter T and have got profound results. Correct? So start writing. Again, take a A4 size sheet. अभी इसको एक दो बार लिखने से रिजल्ट आएगा क्या? नहीं. इसको 4-5 times लिखेंगे तो रिजल्ट आएगा? नहीं. Again, when I'm saying Grapho-therapy, आपको repetition में इसको minimum 5 से 10 minutes तक करना है. Preferably an A4 size plain sheet. Start making this letter T. Make sure also that the size of your T bar is decent. मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा छोटा नहीं करना है इसको. The size of your T bar should be at least equivalent or 80% to your T stem. Sure. Right? So start making this. And how many of you are able to relate to me? Right? Relate in the chat box, whatever I have told. For all of you, check your T bars, and wherever it is, that is showing what kind of goals are you setting for yourself. It's very simple example. For people who are making their T bar below 50%, when they are aiming, they will score हाँ चलो 40% आ जाए और just passing marks आ जाए 50% आ जाए. For people above 50%, will be like, okay, even if I get 60%, 70%. For people on the top, will aspire for 90% on maximum marks that they can. Right? Perfect, perfect. So start, and this is what you can also give to your kids. Now, the sad part is when we learned how to write, especially in cursive writing, nobody ever told us that this is a scientific way of writing. This is a grapho-therapy way of writing. When you write in this way, imagine at this age we are learning. If we would have learned this before, if our children would have learned or learn this now, they will have a beautiful mindset. You will see them emerging out more confidently. You will see them emerging out fearlessly, and you will see a lot of positive changes in them as well. Right? And yeah, I was expecting this question. Many people have this question, but when we write in a running handwriting, it doesn't look good. I have been writing for so many years. My students have been writing for so many years, and it looks very natural. Yeah, it is just when you start writing. Now, also one thing important is, again, as I told you, your mind would go here and there. Your mind would doubt. Your mind would say, "Arey, what are you doing? This doesn't work." And this happens. It happens very, very naturally. So again, to make sure that your mind is focused and completely present when you're practicing this, the affirmation that you have to say to yourself right now: I am super confident. I am vibrating at the highest frequency. I am super confident. Or if you just have to go with I am super confident, feel that. I am vibrating at the highest frequency. Clear? Write this down. Now, every time you're writing this down, mentally you have to repeat this affirmation. I am super confident. I am vibrating at the highest frequency. Yeah? Mentally you have to keep repeating this. Start practicing this. Let's see. So your time starts now. Do not rush. Take your time. When you will be done with the A4 size sheet, write done in the chat box or the comment box. But make sure you are keeping it balanced. वो हड़बड़ी में ऐसा ना हो कि जो T बार आपको बैलेंस करना है वो आप बैलेंस करना भूल जाओ. तो T बार उस T stem straight रखें. T bar or straight in the sense you without any loop. Yeah, you can, if it is coming to the right or left, it's absolutely fine. T bar should be on the top. The sides of your T bar should be decent. Balance on both the sides and repeat this affirmation mentally. I am super confident. I am vibrating at the highest frequency. Clear? Start writing it. Give your 100%. Use a ballpoint pen preferably and see. We choose ballpoint pen, Akansha, because every time when you use ballpoint pen, the stroke becomes clearer and better. And also, if you see, the pressure of your pen comes very, very naturally. When you use a gel pen or a pilot pen or a fountain pen, the pressure doesn't come very, very naturally to you because you get little cautious. Also with gel, the ink spreads. So it doesn't come a perfect way. With ballpoint pen, it will come in a perfect way. I'm talking about small letter t, yes? So start practicing, give your 100% and mentally repeat that affirmation. I am super active. I am vibrating at the highest frequency. Give your 100%, and just know that this is not handwriting improvement, it is therapy. When I'm talking about therapy, it has a technique involved. It is just like if I give you a ball of soup, and if you are using a fork to have that soup, you cannot have, right? So when I'm saying it is a graphotherapy, you have to get the right technique. Make sure you're following the right technique. You're not in rush. Take it as a therapy. Yeah, focus on your finger movement. The more you will be focused on your finger movement, the better will be the results. Last 1 minute. And if you're done writing, write done in the chat box. All right. All right. So quickly tell me in the chat box, how are you all feeling? Good, bad, neutral, nothing? Yeah, it's important for me to know your experience. All fingers are hurting. It's very uncomfortable. What is that? All right. Good. Yeah. Now, especially with this alphabet, is that so that you will feel a difference? Yes, you will feel a difference, but the major difference that you will feel is after 30 days, when you will not even realize on a very, very subconscious level, this will come into your behavior. And why I'm saying 30 days? Because any habit, anything to become your habit, it takes between 18 to 352 days. Yeah, so I say take 30 days, and then you will see noticeable changes in your behavior pattern. Like right now, you will practice, you will feel good, you will feel good instantly, you vibrate at the higher frequency. Now imagine you using these techniques, letter T, healing strokes, yeah, in writing your manifestation goals, in writing your affirmations, your results that you're going to get is extraordinary, right? But the problem is, I have taught you all of this. You might practice for 7 days, 8 days, and it happens, and on 9th day, you will start losing your momentum. And that was the biggest problem that I was seeing when I was giving graphotherapy to people. कि मेरे साथ तो आप सबको मजा आता है करने में because I'm instructing you, it is being guided. But when tomorrow, when you have to do it on your own, you might continue for 5-6 days, but the 7th day, the momentum goes down, and then people complain that, oh, I'm not getting results. How many of you are facing this? And you have learned so many techniques, but when it comes to consistently practicing that, you practice it for 6 days, 5 days, and then you just lose interest in that, right? So to address this problem that most of the people that I was giving graphotherapy to facing, I have designed this beautiful program, very, very powerful program, wherein you will learn things that you cannot even imagine. And I will be using graphotherapy as the core, and to make sure that in 30 days, I can tell you that you will feel a major shift in your frequency, major shift in your mindset, major shift in how are you dealing with in your day-to-day life. Like your entire frequency changes in all the areas of your life, from your health, your relationship, your career, money, everywhere. So I say this as a very, because I have seen people lacking consistency. And if at day 0, if you feel that you find it difficult to be regular with your techniques, and or you do not have a mentor or a guide who can guide you through whether you're doing it right way or not, or are you someone who is into this habit of overthinking, negative chatter, or if you're losing control over situations, you are procrastinating, you are losing temper, you have stress in relationships, stress in your career, or you are someone who are tired of unwanted behavior, right? Or are you someone who is facing a lot of fears, like most of the things are not working in your life because of the fears or the traumas that you're holding on? Believe me, this is the 30-day program that I'm going to reveal to you. At day 30, you will see that your mind is fed with 24/7 positive thoughts. You will become a money magnet. You will take complete charge of your life. You will attract what you want, and you will release a lot of negative emotions and traumas. And that is a very, very crucial part of this program. And using your handwriting, just using your handwriting, that's the only tool that we will be using to get all of these results. And all of this is possible when you enroll for the program, right? So let me introduce to you a beautiful program that I have designed after 17 years of research. The program name is 30 Days Daily Grapho Manifest Challenge. Now, what does Grapho Manifest Challenge does to you? It's a 30-day program starting tomorrow. From tomorrow to next 30 days, we are going to meet live every day from 9 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Every day it is going to be live session from Monday to Friday. Clear? So that is something that you're going to know. What is that we are going to do in those 30 minutes? Let us understand. For the first 5 minutes, we are going to start with the subconscious mastery. Because I'm a trained hypnotherapist, for the 5 to 7 minutes, I'll take you to a beautiful state level of mind where you are peaceful, where you're little centered. And then when you have reached that, so every day we'll be doing different subconscious programming from your health, for sometimes for laziness, for sometimes for anxiety. We are going to do that, followed by you using graphotherapy. So these are the 2 alphabets which I have given you as bonus. Now there are so many other alphabets and strokes that needs to be covered. And when it is practiced under the guidance of a trained graphologist, the results are even better, because I will be also checking it for all of you. So that is what you're going to do. You will be learning how to make scientific affirmations. When we talk about law of attraction, when we talk about manifestation, affirmations play a very, very important role. And just like I gave you affirmation for these 2 things, when you're doing the healing stroke, when you're doing the letter T, similarly, I will be giving you a ready-made template on how you can write these affirmations. Yeah, scientific way of writing affirmations. Not only this, Every alternate day, we will be doing a beautiful technique called Ho'oponopono. For all my YouTube viewers who are watching this, know that what I'm talking about, Ho'oponopono is the most profound technique, ancient Hawaiian technique, that helps you cleanse lot of your negative emotions. See, I always say you cannot manifest anything if you are holding on to lot of negative emotions. अगर आपको कोई चीज चाहिए आपकी लाइफ में अट्रैक्ट करनी, जस्ट लाइक दिस कप, if this cup is dirty, no matter how good tea, how good coffee, how good drink I serve into it, it will not taste good. So in order for that coffee or that tea to feel good, I need to clean this nicely, and that is what Ho'oponopono does to you, and that is what you are going to do live with me every alternate day. You will be learning Ho'oponopono to heal yourself, to heal others, and something so much. Right? Not only this, then there are lot of law of attraction techniques. See, most of the law of attraction techniques that we talk about, from gratitude journaling, from 555 to 333, 369, scripting, then there's one thing that is common in all these law of attraction techniques. What is that? That is the way you're writing it. Imagine you learning Grapho-therapy and you writing these techniques live with me using Grapho-therapy words, which has high frequency alphabets. The results you're going to get is extraordinary. And if you see, if I just teach this law of attraction, the value comes to so much, right? Then you'll be learning how to use mind writing with Grapho-therapy and how to apply Grapho-therapy to your manifestation. Not only this, many people are not aware of that there are a lot of techniques, writing techniques, that helps you release lot of mental blocks or traumas using the way you write or when you write it down. And that is something we are going to do, because we have to also cleanse your mental blocks. So if you see, there's so much that you're going to get, but it doesn't end here. Because you have chosen to invest your time with me, and I really want to value that, I have a lot of bonuses with you. As I promised, for people who stay till the end, I have some bonuses to offer. Now, what are the bonus? For this particular batch, we also have vision board. So I will also teach you how to make a vision board using your handwriting. Not only this, what you're going to also learn is many a times we are not very comfortable with the way we are writing. So some of the days you will also be doing finger techniques, so that whenever you write, the flow becomes better or it is coming very, very smooth. And that is something we're going to do. And as a bonus, how many of you have heard about switch words? I have made videos on switch words as well. Now, the beauty of switch word is when you write it, you will experience magic happening in your life. And that is what you're going as part of this course. If I take the switch word course separately, the course is for 5,000, but that is also included. I'll be giving you some of the master switch words to write and create magic in your life. That is something that you can use anytime, anywhere in your life. And it doesn't end here. The most important bonus is you are going to get this 30-day Grapho-therapy practice book, which is designed by me. So I've taken maybe 2 alphabets from that. You are going to get another so many alphabets, so many strokes, which you are going to practice live with me, and you are going to get the e-version of this book. So much. And the biggest problem that people face, that, okay, we have understood that, you're giving all of this, but what if I have doubts? How will you come to know whether what you're doing, whether you're doing it right or not? Yeah. How many of you face that? Right. So it is going to be live sessions, and there will be a WhatsApp group where every time you will write anything, I will ask you to click the picture and send it in the group, so that I know whether you're doing it right or not, and I can give you feedback for that, right? And even, for example, if the session is from 9 to 9:30 and for any reason you're missing out on that, in that case, you will also get access to the recorded sessions, and that is something that will come as a bonus, right? And of course, you'll be creating a manifestation workbook where you'll be doing all your manifestation techniques, right? Now, so many things, if I combine together, it goes beyond 50,000, 40,000. But how many of you are ready to transform your life? And how many of you are ready to take action and do it every day live with me to create real changes in your life? Write yes in the chat box so that I can reveal to you that offer that you cannot even imagine. Write yes in the chat box if you really want to know when is the course starting, how you can get enrolled, and what is the fees or what is the energy exchange for this course. All right. Thank you so much. So here it goes. This is known as DGC or Daily Grapho Manifest Challenge, wherein you will get whatever inclusions I have told you. And if you see the price of this for next 30 days, the course fees is 2499. So if you actually calculate, it is not even 100 rupees per day. And that is something it takes to transform your life. And that is something you need to commit. And every day, 30 minutes I need from you, and leave it up to me. Let me carry out that session in a way that after that session, you feel more empowered. You will feel so many changes in your life in a very, very subconscious level, right? And that is what handwriting can does to you. And handwriting has done to people. So I've shared the link with everyone. You can post any questions or doubts that you have about the course and when it is starting and how you can get enrolled. Also share the link in the YouTube. Right. All right. So there are so many people who have got amazing results just by going through these, right? So if you have any questions or doubts, and yeah, this is not a graphology course. We have a separate course on graphology. This is a completely Grapho Manifest Challenge or a Grapho-therapy course for your personal transformation. If you are someone who is stuck in so many problems, or if you are thinking that, okay, I'm not having consistency in my life, I'm always overthinking, why am I not achieving my goals? Why am I not manifesting? Or you are having pains in your relationship, even for people who have, any kind of low frequency, they will see this shift. So I've given 30 days, but in next week onwards only, you will start seeing the change. So you can join, you can continue this learning. The session will start from tomorrow onwards, right? And you can start healing your life using your handwriting, something extraordinary, right? Perfect. Yes, I've shared a link with all of you. All right. Perfect. Yes, so that's all for today. I hope you got a lot of insights about your handwriting, how you can use these alphabets, little like T, healing stores. And now I'm very sure you must be having a very, very different perception towards handwriting. Thank you so much. It was wonderful having you all here. Thank you so much. And I'm grateful to all of you for investing your time, right? And make sure after you walk out of the session, you keep practicing whatever you have learned. And for people watching on YouTube, make sure that you have subscribed to my channel, because as I have more videos coming on this week, make sure you are completely subscribed. Thank you so much.